When you ask the average Nigerian what they think about HIV in South Africa and HIV in Nigeria, they are likely to tell you that HIV capital is South Africa, and when you talk about HIV in Nigeria, there's probably nothing like that here. It's just a very little problem. This lack of information, I believe, is one of the greatest threats to combating HIV in Nigeria. The statistics from Nigeria show that HIV is a huge burden and a ticking time bomb that we have left unattended to. Right now, Nigeria has the second largest HIV epidemic in the world. Even though the HIV prevalence in adults is just 2.9%, which is small in size compared to 18.9% in South Africa, because of the population in Nigeria, we have 3.2 million people living with HIV as of 2016. In 2016, again, statistics show us that 160,000 people died due to HIV/AIDS related diseases, compared to 110 in South Africa. And if South Africa has 18.9, that is 7.1 million people living with HIV, and the death is just 110, compared to Nigeria with just 3.2 people, and we have a death of 160,000, we know that we have a problem. Then we look at another shocking statistic. Nigeria currently has the largest HIV infected babies than anywhere in the world. To just fully understand the gravity of this, South Africa, that has the highest prevalence of HIV in the world, has just 12,000 new cases, compared to Nigeria with 30,000 new cases. The saddest part about all of this is the fact that it is actually preventable. Mother to child transmission of HIV is very, very preventable if the mother goes on ARV treatment. But you actually have to get tested to know your status before you get on ARVs, and because of people believe that HIV is not really a problem in our country, very few people are aware of their HIV status. The fact that many of us do not even see HIV as a problem has made it very difficult for us to even get tested. And if we fall ill, maybe due to a HIV symptom, we do not even believe that it's HIV and begin to associate all of that to spiritual problems. I mean, when you look at the progress that have been made in both countries, the differences are glaring. In South Africa, we have 86% of people who are currently aware of their status, compared to 34% here in Nigeria. And even if we discuss HIV education and knowledge, studies have shown that only 29% of young people aged 15 to 24 are aware of how to prevent HIV transmission, compared to 59% in South Africa. South Africa also currently has the largest ARV programs in the world, where 65% of the people living with HIV are currently receiving treatment, compared to just 30% in Nigeria. Worse, 21% in children in Nigeria. And I personally believe that the biggest issue in combating HIV here in Nigeria is the fact that we are so dependent on international donors for our HIV programs. We lack domestic funds and we lack domestic programs regarding HIV. And if you look at South Africa, most of their HIV programs are domestically funded. Only 13% are from external sources. But here in Nigeria, all we are still talking about is how to get every state to donate just 1% of our federal government allocation towards HIV programs. We in Nigeria continue to forget that we travel and the world has become a global village. So you're interacting and mingling with people from different places. You cannot continue to believe that there is something that's exclusive for just one country. People that travel to South Africa mingle with South Africans who might be HIV positive, and they bring it back into the country as well and mingle with other Nigerians. So this ignorance that has blinded us from seeing the true representation or the true fact of what HIV is doing to our citizens needs to be eradicated. We need to continue to have conversations that tell people about the true reality of HIV in our country. And it doesn't even make it easy for the fact that we now have criminalizing laws that make it difficult for certain groups such as sex workers and men who have sex with men to access HIV services. When you combine that with the misconception, stigma and stereotype associated with HIV here in our country, it is very, very understandable for you to know why HIV, like I said earlier, is a ticking time bomb. But that's all I have for this week's vlog. I just wanted to shed light on the issue of HIV in Nigeria. I know that so many Nigerians are still so ignorant about the HIV stats in the country, and you know what, I don't blame them. It's because no one is talking about it. The media doesn't include this in their movies. It just seems like something that doesn't even happen in our country. So how will the average person know that the epidemic in Nigeria continues to grow? I want to hear from you. How is HIV prevalent in your own country and how are they tackling it? If you're shocked by the statistics here in Nigeria, I'm also shocked because when I did my research, I knew it was bad. I did not know it was this bad. But again, we're here to learn and unlearn, and I would love to learn from you. What strategies do you think we can use to combat HIV in our country? And what stigmas and stereotypes do you know that people are closely associated with HIV? Thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. My name is Lolo Cynthia, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.